So something that really caught my attention at the beginning is what you said about I just want to milk that whole idea of the new idea leading us to who we really are. Like you said, go with the flow of the new idea. And I just want to milk that with you. I want to get more.
Well, let's talk about everything that means. That means going with the flow of something. The non-resistance of something is really what you're feeling about. And within that, there is empowerment.
Mm-hmm.
Let's approach it from another direction. So, Esther has a couple of new cars, and one not so new. She's had it for a while, a little Audi R8. Has a really powerful engine, and the way it is designed, the combination of the transmission and the engine, make it, and its relationship to its weight, and its relationship to its suspension, make it the most controllable vehicle that she's ever experienced. So when she drives it, she feels invincible. So the other day she was driving it and she was trying to identify, why do I like this so much? Because it's irrational. She can't take very many people with her, just one. And if she takes a suitcase, she can't even take that one person. So why do I like this so much? And she realized it's because the engine never feels overextended, no matter what. It feels up for whatever she could possibly ask of it. There's not a hill too steep. There's not a curve too exaggerated. There are no conditions under which this vehicle does not feel invincible. And so this is what we are wanting to express to you relative to what you're talking about here. Mm-hmm. If you're wobbling and asking for something, you're overextended. You're trying to compensate for energy that you haven't lined up with through action. And so that's why you're tired. That's why you feel defeated. That's why it isn't fun. That's why you're weary. That's why you're depressed. But when you take the time to align with the current, to align with the energy, to go with the flow of this powerful energy that creates worlds, and you become the one who directs it. Esther doesn't design this vehicle. She doesn't even tune the engine up. Somebody else does all of that. She just points it where she wants it to go, at the speed and with the intention of her mind. It's like it's an extension of her, and it has the ability to do what she asks it to do. She can move it in traffic like nothing that she's ever experienced before. She can pick a tiny little window between those two cars over there, and she can put it right there, and they don't even notice she showed up. She's so deft about it, you see. She's not that car is not overextended, and that's what we wish for all of you. Mm-hmm. We wish for you to practice your power, to know it, to direct it, to guide it, to feel the ease of it, to feel the certainty of it, to feel the confidence of it, to know that with it you can do whatever you want, to not feel threatened, will it ever go away? In other words, to feel the invincibility of it. Mm-hmm. But you just have to do that. You come to that place of knowing that by playing with it until soon you are not overextended. You discover you can never overreach because you have the energy that creates worlds flowing to you and through you. But you got to figure out how to manage it. And the way you do that is by managing it. The way you do that is by flowing with an idea and feeling when you're tuned into it and feeling when you're not. And notice the results that you're getting. Watch the way others respond to you. Watch what you're doing. Watch what you're doing. Feel what you're doing. Practice what you're doing. And do it better until you're in control of your creative prowess. Esther knew as soon as she got behind the wheel of that car, she needed to figure it out. So she went around a curve, and the curve said 45 miles an hour, and Esther said, okay. So she went 45 and thought, that was easy. So she looped around. It was only a mile down the road and back. She looped around, took the same off-ramp again at 55, and said, That was fun too. She went down and took the mile and came back and took the same curve at 65 and then at 75 and then at 85 because but she didn't do the 85 the first time. Mm-hmm. She a little more and 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 a little more. In other words, there are limitations. If you get a chance to talk to Esther when she's not in trance with us, tell her that there are limitations in that car. And she knows that. She's not ready to make her transition into non-physical, but when she does, it will be in that.
So, can we talk about it in a because like when there is an idea that comes up or a thought that comes up, when it's active, it'll come up 20, 30 times in a day, and it'll come in as just as a passing, or it'll and I guess I want to know, like, do I have to work with it, or do I just?
Well, the work to do is to enjoy the thought when it comes, mm-hmm. and don't contrive it. Don't try to make more of it. Focus on being the receiver of it rather than the creator of it. That really is something that we are really talking about here, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Be the receiver of it, because step one is you created it through the contrast that you lived. You already asked for it, and Source helped with the creation of it by becoming the vibrational equivalent of it. So the creation of it is done to that point. The creation of it is done. Now you're wanting to be the receiver, the allower, the realizer of it, you see. And so don't overthink it. Just put yourself in that soft place where you can receive it. And if it's coming, when you say the idea comes 20 or 30 times in a day, it's worth acknowledging what's the holdup. And the reason that we put it to you that way is because once an idea comes, then the next idea that comes will have more momentum, and the next, but you won't get 20 or 30 times into it before there's a manifestation about it. So if the manifestations beyond the thoughts and the emotions seem to be holding themselves off, what it always means is you've got more wobble in there than you're acknowledging. Mm-hmm. So the thought keeps coming in response to, in other words, here's the way it is. So you're wobble free to this point, and the thought comes, ooh, this is really, really good. The thought comes, we're just going to savor it for just a little while. The thought comes, occurs, manifests to the degree that your wobblelessness allows it. So let's say that you're wobble free to here. You haven't stayed wobble free all the way to here, so the momentum hasn't really taken you into that high flying place. But you're wobble free to here. So the idea comes to there, but that's as far as you go. So the idea comes to there, but that's as far as you go. Are you with us on this? So the idea comes to there, but that's as far as you go, because you've been introducing enough wobble that you don't get, that the momentum doesn't take you to here and to here and to here and to here. See, once you get on this track, this is what we want you to hear. In the wobble-free understanding and application, you can move from an idea all the way to manifestation. Instant manifestation is something that is livable, it's doable, it is achievable. If you can conceive of something that you want, you can realize it completely, and are to the degree that your wobble freeness is allowing it. So a good way to say it, if somebody says, how's that coming along? Pretty good, but clearly I've got a wobble in there, up the trail a little bit. I'm good to this point, and I'm good to this point. Must be good to this point, because that's where I keep thinking about. It keeps coming here. But it's got to move to the next level. Everything has to move to the next level, or it's not working in the way that it is intended. Nothing stands still in this dynamic universe. Nothing stands still. So you are moving toward or away from what you really want. This is really worth talking about, isn't it? So what about, wouldn't it be nice if? Isn't it nice that it is exactly as we are about to speak it to you? So here you are. You're on the leading edge of all of this. You're wobble-free because you want to be. You're wobble-free because you like it that way. You're wobble-free because you practice it that way. You're wobble-free because you care more about how you feel than anything else. You're wobble-free because you practice it. You're wobble-free because it feels good. You're wobble-free because you'd rather feel good than not feel good. You're wobble-free because you've been there. You're wobble-free because you believe you can be wobble-free. You're wobble-free because you like it, and there you are in this leading edge of wobble-free thought. And then a new idea comes and you wobble just a little bit. What are you going to do about it? You're going to deal with the wobble right now at the first inception of the first wobble? We would. Yes. So that what begins to happen is the ideas just keep coming and coming and coming and coming. You will never stagnate. And the new ideas will never cease to come. So first there is the thought. Start again. First there is the vibration. Start again. First there is the emotion. Start again. First there is right here where I stand, and it doesn't matter what you call it. First there is right here where I stand, and it doesn't matter what I call it. Here I am, offering a thought, yeah, I call it a thought. Offering a vibration, yeah, I call it a vibration. Offering emotion, yeah, let's hone in on the emotion. Here I am feeling this. Here I am feeling this in response to thoughts and vibrations that might be obvious to me, might not be obvious to me, but if it feels good, I like this. So now I focus in on the thought. I focus in on the thought of the feeling. And then momentum begins to ensue. And then a thought comes to me. So Abraham, are you saying for the first time ever in all of the universe, visiting with physical friends, that at the point that you call it a thought, it is a vibration that has been realized? Yes. Abraham, are you saying we're good all by ourselves, if you notice? Are you saying that an emotion becomes an emotion, that an emotion evolves from a vibration to an emotion at the point that it is realized by a perceiver like me? Are you saying that vibration is all around and that we are translating vibration into meaningful, tactile things that we are calling thoughts and emotions, but they are all vibrations that we are receiving because our point of attraction has put us in the place of calling them in? Ooh, don't you love knowing this? Don't you? So where does this put you? What does it make you think? We chose you deliberately because we know that you can dialogue about this. What does it make you think about? What are your vibrational translations? What thoughts and words do you want to say about the expansion of vibration? Isn't that where it's all at? Do you really want to explore the planet and learn all the facts and all the dates and all the history and all the places and get all the names? Do you really want? Is that really what you want to be thinking about? Or do you want to be a perceptual transmitter and receiver, and do you want to acknowledge the power of vibration? And if you've decided that you want to acknowledge and harness and flow this powerful vibration, which the entire universe is built upon, can you acknowledge that you can be a transmitter or a receiver of vibration? You are a transmitter or a receiver of vibration. Which matters most? Your reception or your transmission? It's a trick question. Be careful. They are equally powerful and important because in co-creation, if a vibration vibrates in the forest and there's no one there to hear it, did it really vibrate? In other words, so if there are thoughts that are transmissions, and if there are thoughts that you are receiving, and they are all important to the mix, then here's the question that we really want to ask you, and we know that you're ready to answer it. Which matters most in the transmission and the receiving of thoughts? The thought itself or the alignment with the desire and source?